It's time for Insight, an inside view of what's happening in South Jersey. Join your hosts Anthony Fanucci and Jim Quinn as QVC brings you Insight with Anthony and Jim.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the beautiful Queen Restaurant 2 at Lincoln and Landis in Vineland. And my special guest today is Paul Spinelli, Vineland City Councilman. How many years, Paul, have you been on the council?
I'm approaching, this will be 11 going into 12 next year.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, we've been around.
Well, and I said to Anthony that, recently we were talking about elections and all. I really don't think you and Anthony have to worry about anything. I think you could stay as long as you'd like to stay, which is a tribute to both of you, and I'm sure there's some others that
It's appreciated, but as you know, when you run, you always run to win. You never take anything for granted. And but one thing we are prided ourselves on all our elections was we ran positive. We never went negative, even if the other side did. And, we will stand on, our record and what we've accomplished. Because we feel that we have really accomplished a lot. It's been a good working relationship between Anthony and the council and the administration. And there's disagreements like everything, but they're all resolved the way they should be, like business people.
Well, speaking of administration and another wonderful woman, first of all, tell everybody what today is in your house.
Yes, it's Josie's birthday. Happy birthday, hon, if you're watching.
Happy birthday, Josie, and thank you for all you do for the city of Vineland, especially with the Christmas holiday.
And it's a big one. It's 65. So,
oh, wow.
We're going to celebrate.
Yeah, well, thank you, Paul. And I got to tell you, Josie, I appreciate you lending Paul to me for this evening because the mayor wasn't able to make it. But I promise you, I'm going to get him out of here 15 minutes early, so you can go take Josie and go over and try some of that good stuff at Mariggy's.
There you go. Yep.
Special things that are there, but the accomplishments every month that we do the show, whether you and I or Anthony and I or Sandy and I or whoever. I mean, there's always wonderful accomplishments. I'm so happy to see the things that are happening, the new buildings that are coming, the new businesses that are coming.
When we look at it, as you know from previous shows, our industrial parks are full.
Yeah.
And they're expanding. The people in them are expanding. So, I mean, there's land that we're adding on Garden Road, and people are expanding, and it's covering all our COA costs. So, we get covered there. But and it's even going on in other parts that aren't part of the park. Lavari's building an office building plus another storage thing on Garden. The office building's on Almond and Mill. And there's other businesses as well. We got the new Newcomb Tower is going to break ground. The old one is ribbon cutting coming up. Waiting list is about 350 to 400. Hans is doing a great job with that portion of it. We got some projects going on in South Vineland around Sheridan Avenue. We have the Ruga project, which is constantly ongoing. We're dealing with a lot of stuff. We're dealing with cannabis. A lot of people want to come in, but we are trying to make sure that they're placed in the right spots so it doesn't infringe on the public. We have a couple things going on with that, and we just formed our cannabis committee. And basically, part of the RFP is asking these companies when they come in, what are you bringing to Vineland besides selling cannabis or growing cannabis? Are you going to hire workers from here? Are you going to live here? What are you going to do to help the town?
Yeah.
And we're going to pick the one that helps us the most. So, we're trying to use a little bit of leverage that way. Our downtown is starting to thrive. The theater just opened up the downstairs restaurant.
Oh, that's great.
And he's serving lunch and dinner. And he's actually just sent out a whole thing about specials. If you go on his app, and you do this, you get the offers, and you get, one meal, pay for one, get one free or half price. And so he's doing some stuff to market his downstairs. His upstairs, 6 out of 7 days, he's got something going on upstairs. I have been up there 3 or 4 different times. It's packed.
Wow, that's great.
And it's more of a nightclub atmosphere.
It does comedy up there, too.
It does comedy up there. And the last few shows that I've been at, the Tool Tribute Band had over 500 people.
Wow.
U2 had over 400. Badfinger had about 350. So the tribute bands are starting to bring people in. And what you're starting to see, which I told them would happen eventually, is Vineland people are starting to come.
Yeah.
Because they're seeing the outside people come in droves.
Yeah, that's true.
And when they start seeing that, well, what are they missing?
Yes, exactly.
Or when you go out and say, hey, man, I was at this concert and there were 500 people there. Really? Oh, was it that good? Yeah, it was that good, So now the next time if they see somebody they like, they come. The U2 concert tribute band was unbelievable. Absolutely unbelievable. So he's bringing in good tribute bands, not bottom liners.
Right.
And they're coming as far away from California.
Wow.
They've just put in, redid the sounds, redid the lights, so their stage is set up for concerts, and that's what he's doing. So he's starting to come into his own, which is finally, I give him a lot of credit because he could have packed it in at any time, because it was bad during COVID and he was struggling, and the city helped him out, which is a bonus. We were user friendly. But now he's starting to come into his own where I think he's going to be able to stand on his own 2 feet soon. So we got that, and then we got some little restaurants popping up downtown. And if you start looking, we just added 3 new dedicated employees to the Avenue that work for Public Works.
Oh, that's good.
And they work from Myrtle Street to Route 55.
Okay.
And when you go down the Avenue right now, you can see the difference. All the pavers are cleaned. Everything's cleaned up. There's no trash or minimal trash. There's no grass in the cracks. The gutters are all cleaned out. So so we're going to that, and we're in the process of we're going to start testing new white lights.
Oh, I think Josie had
that was her thing.
It's her birthday.
And excuse me. But they're going to pilot that, excuse me, on the 600 block.
We're going to take a commercial break so we can get my buddy here
some water,
and we'll be right back after these messages.
I'm Brian Lincoln, 3rd generation business owner, Al Shoes. Been at the same location since 1961, our 61st year. We specialize in work boots, work shoes, orthopedic shoes, baby walking shoes, and school shoes. We go up to a men's 17 and a woman's 13. It's $5 off, 25, and 10 off 100 if you mention that you've seen this.
Have you ever wanted to make the big money? Have you ever wanted to drive the big construction equipment? Here's your chance to go to school, learn the big machines, and start a new career. MCITC is a heavy equipment operator training school that offers you the opportunity to learn to use the big machines and start earning the big benefits. Don't hesitate. Call today 856-825-6655. That's 856-825-6655. Or visit our website at mcitcnj.com.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
Life puts a lot of demands on us. There's our jobs, those community and charity projects, our friends and the demands of the family,
Happy birthday,
birthdays and homework. the upkeep and maintenance of our homes, cars, and possessions. Maybe it's time to really weigh out the things of greater importance. Our relationship with God. Let us help you. New Life Church, Millville, New Jersey.
It's time for Insight, an inside view of what's happening in South Jersey. Join your hosts Anthony Fanucci and Jim Quinn as QVC brings you Insight with Anthony and Jim.
Welcome back to Insight with our special guest tonight. It's Paul Spinelli, and I'm Jim Quinn. Mayor Fanucci is out of the area today to be able to come in, but we appreciate you coming, Paul. And Paul, you not only are a councilman, you were a former administrator, a basketball official, and I called Paul yesterday or the day before to see if he could fill in for the mayor. And I heard these young children or people in the background, and tell everybody where you were yesterday.
I was in the cafeteria during sixth grade cafeteria lunch, trying to keep peace.
And that's not easy to do. That's a primary, or well, yeah, I guess that's
Lakeside Middle School.
Middle school, right? I taught seventh grade. What did you teach before you became important?
I taught seventh and eighth grade, and also high school.
Did you? I taught seventh grade math and science, and I actually never taught at high school level. Well, I take it back. I did speech therapy at Cumberland Regional,
and I did my administrative stuff in high school. So.
Oh, did you? Atlantic City High School?
Yeah, right before I retired.
Yeah.
You got out at the right time.
Yeah, it's nice, timing wise. But you keep busy, right?
I do. I work exclusively in the Millville system. Primarily, not anything against Vineland, but as an elected official, I really don't want to be in a Vineland schools, being somebody's boss.
Yeah.
And Millville has been very, very good to me. Tony's been good to me. All the principals are very nice. So it's been a good run. I don't know if I got too many more years left, but
I'm sure they're glad you're available.
Right now, we're trying to stick it out to the end of the year.
Yeah, but March, yeah. But Tony Trongone's a great guy.
Good guy, very good guy.
Very good person as well, and a lot of good things, happening in Millville. Wait, talking about good things happening. Tell everybody what's coming up. April 27th, I think it is.
23rd.
23rd.
It's a Sunday. We're having a Pop Pacheco parade. He's coming home. Our special events coordinator is doing it, Shana Santiago. And it's going to start in the 500 block of Landis Avenue and go toward Gatone Stadium. And then going to Gatone, you have to sign up if you want to be in a parade. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it's on the website. I don't know if the cutoff has happened or not. We know that's probably going to be 700 or 800 people in the parade.
Wow.
There are no cars in the parade other than the float that Pacheco is going to be on.
Gotcha.
And there'll be minimal political speeches. The mayor's going to introduce him. I think the senator is going to talk for a couple minutes, and that's it. And then Pacheco is going to talk.
That's super.
Gatone Stadium, we'll be able to see it on both sides. If you don't go to the parade, you park where the buses usually are parked off of that Coney Avenue.
Right, yeah.
And things of that nature. And that entrance will be open, and the one on the other side and the other end zone will be open off of West Avenue. The one that's on Montrose Street will not be open. Okay. But there's plenty of seating.
Yeah.
And it's just a good thing. It's the fourth time, really, because we had Demby after he won a Super Bowl, Pacheco when he got drafted. We had Lou Picone, who got honored because he already played in the NFL. And now with Pacheco winning the Super Bowl and having a major part in it.
Sure did.
And Rookie of the Year and all that kind of stuff. So, it's really a lot of pride in Vineland High School. It's a credit to the coaches and the players that were there. And I know Coach Yano's coming in.
Oh, wow.
With an entourage.
Oh, that's nice.
The cheerleaders from Rutgers are coming.
Oh, great.
The band from Rutgers is coming.
Oh, wow.
Vineland High School band is playing.
Oh, that's neat.
So they'll all be in the parade. And, so there ought to be a good time and a good day. and the mayor is going to be short-lived. He's an hour because he's got a wedding he's got to perform. So he's going to do the introduction and then get off. The parade will probably start between 11 and 11:30 in that vicinity, and march down to Gatone, and then start from there. But really exciting. It really is, and it's a testament to our youth who have made it.
Yes.
And and who have kept humble, which is a great thing to see. They remember where they came from. They understand that they know they're stars, but the bottom line on it is they don't act that way.
Well, it's Mike Trout's the same.
That's exactly right. And Mike is a perfect example from Melville in baseball.
Yeah.
So we're happy. We hope Mike comes.
Yeah.
And if he can, we'll make sure we get him in the VIP.
Yeah. I think it's baseball season is going on.
I'm sure it is.
Sure,
but no, it's a real testament, and Sheena's doing a great job with it. And then we got other stuff happening too, because Easter's coming, and we got an Easter parade.
Oh, that's nice.
That's going for the little kids. That's going on at Joe Petro Park. I don't know what the date is. That it is on the website though for the city, and then an Easter egg hunt following the parade. So, and that's all right at Joe Petro Park. Then you have Easter itself, and you got Mother's Day coming. So, and like I said, we got some other things happening as well. And come June, we got the cruise.
Not saying that's popular.
That's a 10,000 person event.
Ooh, man.
So we don't stop. We just keep going. So
and get Josie's thing in December, which is fabulous.
And she's working on that now. So she has already had meetings, and she's already been in touch with a lot of people to get them involved and trying to make it bigger and better.
And I'm so proud of what you were saying from like Myrtle over to all the way down West Landis Avenue. What you're doing, it's such a beautiful street. It really is. And I've always said to my friends, and I made sure to get the grandchildren and stuff up there, especially at Christmas time, to see the lights and all the festivities that are going on. It's just a beautiful place to be. In fact, I had a friend of mine, she's from out of the area, and we were down in Vineland last Saturday, and I took her and showed her Landis Avenue and all the beautiful spots, and she goes, wow, this is something. I said, yeah, it is. I said, Vineland's an amazing city, 69 square miles, close to 70,000 people, and a great council and mayor and everybody working really hard to keep it that way, and it just keeps growing and growing and growing, which is fabulous. And thank you, the county thanks you very much, because half the ratables for the whole county of Cumberland pretty much come from the city of Vineland. And the one thing that's interesting, Paul and I were talking before while we were having dinner tonight about the county commissioners, and right now you've got 4 county commissioners that are Republicans. So for the first time in many years, they've taken over control of the county of Cumberland, and now you've got the election coming up. And Jimmy Sorrow, who's a good friend of ours, and he refereed with you, and I served with Jimmy on the freeholder board when Jimmy was a freeholder and I was for a brief period of time. But Jimmy and Sue, I really enjoy their company. Been out to dinner with them and seen them. In fact, I don't know, Paul, if you got to go, but Jimmy and Sue and I sat together at
CEO Group.
No, I'm not. I haven't made that. I'm not a CEO. Excuse me.
Me either.
Well, we know I don't have enough employees, I guess. I don't know. I've only been in business for 50 years, but I'm not a CEO. But now I was going to say, where was I on bringing? It was Jody or Jared, Farabella.
Jody Farabella, his retirement.
Yeah, so Sue and Jimmy and I sat together at that. And that was a tremendous turnout for Jody, who I think the world of.
Right, good guy.
Yes, he is. He's doing well. But should be another interesting election this year with the Republicans have already selected their 3. Jimmy Sorrow.
Everybody selected. You got Sorrow, Marchand, and Taylor.
Right.
And then Skip Louisi for surrogate.
Oh, I love Skip.
And Donato for sheriff.
Okay.
And I don't say we because even though I'm a registered Republican in the city, we don't deal with Democrat, Republican, but the Republicans feel that they got a pretty good slate and that they get a good chance to really do something. And as I told him, I said, you know what, getting elected, and it wasn't always true, but getting elected might be the easy part here. I said, then you got to perform. And so we are looking for a win, pick up a couple seats at least, and then being able to do the things that they promised they're going to do. Let's, you know, and hopefully they can follow through on that. And, you know, we'll work with them in any way necessary. But you know, it's always a question mark because, you know, a lot of roadblocks sometimes and you don't realize it until you get there.
The last few years has been a tremendous red wave that has really been helping the Republican Party, and certainly not.
Well, in southern New Jersey, it's really the red wave took.
Yeah, I mean, look at Cape May County.
Cape May County, Atlantic County, here, even going into Gloucester County a little bit.
That's true.
Even though this last election they got beat, but you know, Ocean County's Republican anyway. You know, but when you start looking at it, you know, Chitterelli had a good run last time and he almost won. He's running again. So, and nobody knows who his opponent will be. So we'll see how it goes. I mean, listen, whoever gets in, I hope they do a great job because when they get there, it affects us. And sometimes it's worked for us and sometimes it hasn't. And it didn't matter who the governor was. So, you know, when Christie was in, there were good and bad. When Murphy was in, there was good and bad. So, you know, it is what it is, and you just do the best you can with what you get.
Yeah, that's for sure. And to Mike Testa's credit, he's not only our state senator, but he's also the chairman of the Republican Party. And he has done a great job over the past many years, but certainly the past couple of years have been tremendous. And this year probably will be another good year as you take a look at what's happening. And it's all timing, too. You know, it really is. It was funny, speaking of elections, well, you've never lost, so you don't know what it is.
I've lost.
You did?
I lost one.
I never thought you lost.
I lost one time running for the Board of Ed.
Oh, come on. Okay, all right. I'll give you credit there. But what's been interesting, I've gone through, the ones are not good years for me. I started running for office in 1981 as a freeholder, and it was a 6-1 board. 6 Democrats, 1 Republican. And the Republican on the board was Harry Freitag, who everybody loved. Well, I'm young. I didn't know I can't win. So we had a luncheon about a week before the election, and I'm out working hard and all that stuff. Chuck Fisher says to me, Jimmy, you can't win. What? He says, no, you're not going to win. Then he lied to me, though. He said, don't worry about it. He said, John Rose is going to retire, and we're going to appoint you to his position. Said, oh, this is great. I was on the school board at the time. Right. I'm going to win. Well, I find out that they don't always tell the truth. Somebody didn't.
How about that?
Somebody didn't want me running with them, and I'll leave his name out of it. But anyway, what happened was they said, you're not running. I said, well, wait a minute. You told me, blah, blah, blah. So I made up my mind. I said, I don't care. I'm running in the primary. And I won the primary.
There you go.
So I said, you know what? I won the primary. Then all of a sudden, the people wouldn't talk to me. Now I'm their friend again. So
that's the way that goes.
It's part of politics.
But while we're talking politics, your cousin's running for mayor.
Joey?
Yeah.
My man? Huh?
Yes, he is. I talked to him the other day. Actually, Sunday, he's got a breakfast.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He does,
at the Martin's Hall or whatever it is in Minatola.
Yeah.
So he's coming back. He's making a comeback.
Jeez, I'm glad. Now, if I could just get, I don't know. I got to get Harry, my cousin Harry, who's his father-in-law, to come on and do TV with me because I keep looking for somebody to do color commentary for the elections, and I need a good Republican. You know, Joey one year came down. Of course, Harry did it many years with me, and then last year I couldn't get anybody. I finally got Tony Cerese to come over just to fill in because Nick wanted to be at election headquarters, which I understood because Nick and I are really good friends. Well, you know, it's funny, Paul, as time flies by. Somebody said to Nick about how long he and I have been friends, and he said to them, 50 years. And I thought, God, you're right. Because I followed Nick when he was playing basketball at County College, was one of the games on the radio. About 50 years ago. Jeez, a piece of time flies.
Yeah, it does fly.
You were probably officiating the games.
No, well, 50 years ago, I was 20. You know what? Just starting.
You were 19.
I was 19. I was doing it in college, actually.
Okay, see.
And when I came home, then I picked it up, for real, and started doing it for high school and college.
Yeah, but it's what is nice though is like you and I have been friends for years. You're a Republican, I'm a Democrat. I don't care. You don't care.
None of us care about that.
No, we don't. And like Nick and I,
and it shouldn't be that way.
Exactly. And now for me, I'm not in office anymore. But going back to the ones in 81, I lost. 82, I ran the primary, I won, and I won the general. And then in 1985 was the Tom Kean landslide year,
right?
And I survived by a couple hundred votes. And Jimmy Parent was involved with the election organization for the county. He said to me, "Jim, you win it in 85, you'll never lose." Well, you know what? 6 years later, I lost.
Yeah, well, it happens.
It was the Florio backlash.
Yeah.
Mad at him because he wanted to tax toilet paper. And then, and then I was back in government in 97, and I stayed in until I decided I didn't want to go anymore. But I actually technically lost where I would have liked to have been in 2021. Even though I won, I lost, so I got out.
Right.
But Paul and I were talking about, you don't have this privilege, but I do. Now, being out of government, I don't have to go to some of the events that you normally would have to go to when you're in government. So you can pick and choose and do what you need to do and spend time with the family and the grandchildren.
Exactly, and that's a tough call a lot of times because there's a lot of things happening. Everybody wants somebody there.
Yeah.
And Anthony is very taxed with trying to go places, and he's also involved in a little bit of the state stuff that's going on. So he has to travel a little bit. So we try to all get to everything that we can. But like if my grandkids have something going on, I'm pointing my life where if somebody else can get to that event, I'll let them go and I'll go see my grandkids because you only get them once.
Absolutely. Yeah, that's true, which is important. We're talking with Paul Spinelli, Vineland City Councilman, here on Insight. We're at the Quinn restaurant at Lincoln and Landis Avenue in Vineland. I'm going to let Paul shoot out after this next segment so that he can go see his beautiful wife and take her for her birthday party. But I thank you, Paul, so much for coming in. Josie, thank you for letting me borrow him for a while tonight. And we'll be back with more in just a moment.
I chose DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home because they treated me with respect and compassion. I couldn't have gone through all this if I didn't have DeMarco Luisi by my side. They did everything that they could to make me happy. And that was important to me and my kids.
At the DeMarco Luisi Funeral Home, we're here for you and your family in your time of need.
At Mintz Insurance, we're proud to have been serving our customers for nearly 80 years, offering 30 different insurance products for your auto, home, and business. And to help ensure that you're getting the best rates possible, we give you up to 3 quotes for every policy, so you can choose what's right for you. At Mintz, we're part of the community. Local representatives, supporting events, and proud of it. It's part of who we are. Mintz Insurance. Call today and find out how we can help you save on insurance, or visit us at mintzinsurance.com.
In South Jersey, we do things our own way. We say things out loud, face things head on, and never back down. And that's how we fight cancer. With the most advanced diagnostics, leading-edge technology, and a team of doctors who know how to treat your cancer. And most importantly, we do it right here at the Frank and Edith Scarpa Cancer Center, Vineland, and the Leading Edge Cancer Center, Mullica Hill.
It's time for Insight, an inside view of what's happening in South Jersey. Join your hosts Anthony Fanucci and Jim Quinn as QVC brings you Insight with Anthony and Jim.
Welcome back to Around South Jersey. Paul Spinelli, Vineland City Councilman, is my guest. Wes Swiak said you're one of the best referees he had seen in South Jersey. He left us a message here. And when we're talking about my cousin Joey, did you and Joey team up? Or who
he really ref most of his career, Keith Jones.
Oh, I like Keith.
I actually teamed up with Billy Nichols.
Oh, yeah, from
Millville.
Sure. Yep.
And then once I got into college ball, my schedule kind of drew me away from that, so we kind of broke that partnership up. And then I worked a lot of my end of my career type games with George McClain, some with Joey. But before John left, almost exclusively, I ref with John Parentazzi,
a great guy.
in the end of his career. And he was struggling a little bit, and I was younger, so we could carry it a little bit. You're right, but a great guy to ref with.
Yeah.
And he helped me a lot get to the levels that I got to, and that being said, I just felt I owed him that respect.
That was nice.
And it was very difficult when he stepped aside for him because of his pride.
Yeah.
But no, it appreciated. Thank you to the gentleman who thought I was good. Not a lot of people say that in refereeing.
One of the best referees around, Wes Zoyak. Yeah.
But I always take it in stride and say I had a great career. I had a good run. I stepped away from the court. I'm still a member after 48 years, and I wouldn't give one day back because it was fun, and I met a lot of great people. And I reffed a lot of great players that summer in the NBA.
Wow!
And doing college ball was a totally different experience because I was 5'6" and 220 at the time, and they were 6'7" and 6'8". Now they're 7 foot, and so you're taking 3 steps to their 1. But it was fun, and I just hope that the people that are doing it today have as much success and luck, because a lot of it is luck that I had in getting through a career and being successful.
Yeah, it's not an easy job.
No, it's not, and it's getting worse because you got the irate crowd, and unlike years ago, we could just step to somebody and say, cut it out or you're out.
Yeah.
And you could remove them. Now you have to not even talk to them. You got to go to the site manager and say, I want that person removed.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And if they choose not to do it, then you got another issue.
Yeah.
So and again, timing's everything. I got it at the right time. So, but that was fun. But Joey, we just did a charity game. The mayor came up with a charity game for breast cancer. All city employees played. We had 4 teams of about 8 men on each team.
Oh, that's good.
We ran a little single elimination kind of thing. And I was a coach. I didn't ref.
Oh, that's good.
Joey refed and Doug Menz refed.
Oh, I like Doug.
And the 3rd game, actually it was the 4th game, they were getting tired and my team was out of it. And so I went in as the 3rd official, and I helped them ref. And it was fun, and we raised $4,000 for breast cancer. So, and it was a great fellowship for our employees.
Did Keith play? Keith Petrosky or Bobby Dickinson?
Bobby Dickinson played. He was on my team.
Okay.
Keith did not play. He actually had to go away to see his mother-in-law. And but I met employees that I didn't know who they were. They get hired. I'm not part of the hiring process. So, you wind up meeting these people, and it just becomes relationships.
Yeah.
And everybody walked away smiling and laughing.
That's great.
And the one game that we lost by 2 points, 3 points, was very competitive with 2 good teams.
That's super.
And I told Joey, it's a good thing he retired. But it was fun.
Yeah.
And we thank Joey and Dougie. They did it for nothing. Every player that played donated.
That's nice.
So it wasn't like they just came and played. So everybody was a part of it.
Oh, that's good. Speaking of playing and things coming up, there's the Northeast American Football League that is starting their season in about 2 weeks, and we're going to be doing the games, the home games. Their home games are going to be at Bridgeton at the Midget Football League Stadium, and there's kids from Vineland, Millville, Bridgeton.
Right.
It's called the Cobras. The Cumberland County Cobras is the name of the team, and we're going to have a preview on next Monday at 7:30 in the studio with people from the Cobras. and nice young guys and interesting.
Young guys that are ex-athletes from the area.
Yeah.
And everybody can't be a professional.
Yeah.
But this gives them a venue to continue to do something they really like.
Yeah, it really does, and they're really nice fellas. So we're looking forward to covering some of their games. I think they have an 8-game schedule, 4 in Cumberland County, which we'll cover, and 4 they'll be on the road. But something like you said, Paul, for those that wanted to continue playing. I know the quarterback's from Bridgeton, one of the wide receivers is from Millville, one of the linemen I know I met from Vineland. So it's a whole Cumberland,
right?
Just Cumberland County players are there, and again, they contribute. And luckily, I want to thank Bob Connor, and I want to thank this is a neat place called Anointed Hands Barbershop. I thought that was a pretty cool name. They're one of the sponsors. The Soulful Seafood in Millville is a sponsor, and William R. Mintz Agency, along with Ron Dorham, and they're making it possible.
Ronnie doing a great guy,
isn't he?
Yes,
oh my God. You just don't get any better than him, do you?
No, absolutely not. Great family.
Yeah, I mean, when you look around, in fact, his son Jason finally got assistant principal's job at Holly Heights.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so that's where Jason is now. And Tony Trondone, I told him, I said, look, Jason was a great football coach, and he stayed in the school system, and he's got his master's degree. And in fact, he's with Stevie Saul, who's a good friend of mine. Right. So the two of them are really doing a great job at Holly Heights. And again, they're nice, and I'm glad that Jason is out there and he's doing well.
Yeah, good family, good people.
It really is. It's a good thing that's happening. But boy, talk about stuff happening every day in Vineland. You see more and more good things happening, Paul.
Well, we're doing some unbelievable things infrastructure-wise. We're well on our way to have our own IP address. We're running wire to have the internet.
Right. Yeah.
So that's well on its way. We're actually going out for an RFP, I believe, in the next month or 2. We're demolishing all these abandoned buildings. The ice plant's going down. Limpert's is down.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of other structures that we're getting to. We're renovating the senior center with funds in this budget because we just the budget was introduced last night.
I see. Okay.
So once that goes through, and we're constantly keeping our vehicles upgraded for our cops, EMTs.
Right.
We're hiring police. We've got a big advertisement. We're trying to add 26 cops.
Oh wow, that's fantastic.
And we're actually getting walking police on the avenue.
Oh, that's great.
So we're going to have some of the class 2s walking the streets on the beat and try to stop that. And then with the white lights that actually change colors, you can change them. They can go back to like Christmas colors if you want.
Neat.
But that'll help that as well. And so there's a lot of stuff happening in the city, and we're proud of what we're doing in those areas. And we're just really isolating things. We're changing things around. We're finding deficiencies in security, things of that nature, and we're working on that. We're losing a judge and congratulations. She is going to the Superior Court. Demetria.
Well, you know what, you guys, you keep stealing my lawyers away. Do you know Terry Giordano?
Very well.
Oh, sweetheart.
I stalked her husband in here the other day.
Yeah. Well, it's funny too because I was with the Phil Van Emden Law Office for many years, and Terry at that time was just secretary. And to her credit, I'm so proud of her. She went back to college, got her degree, went back to law school, got her legal degree, and just a wonderful person.
She's coming in as the part-time judge for us.
Yeah, because every time I call, I'm sorry, I'm being a judge today. I said,
she's been filling in for a lot of the different municipalities, but we're taking her on as part-time, so great. She'll be doing like the night court and maybe one day a week or something like that. And again, another good Vineland family.
Absolutely.
And good people.
Yes.
I mean, I grew up with Joey, Brad, and his other son grew up with my son. So you have those relationships.
Yeah. Good people.
And so you're hiring Vineland people,
which is wonderful.
Which is what you try to do, especially in government jobs.
Yep.
And so you know, we're cleaning all that up, and you know, we're bringing in some new security people. We're bringing in armed security.
That's good.
Especially for City Hall,
Yeah, you bet.
because there's just some, you know, we've been very lucky, nothing's happened.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, the way the world's going with some of these crazies,
Yeah, you
don't. You have to be prepared.
Yeah. Well, you guys do a great job finding security coming to Vineland City Hall. Man.
We are. I got to give Anthony credit. He had a little vision there that none of us really saw in the beginning, because it's not what we were used to in City Hall.
Yeah.
And but it's changed the MO. It's harder to get in.
Yeah.
People got to go through the process, and it doesn't matter who you are. I go through the metal detectors when I go in. I have to put my stuff in a box, so no one should be offended by doing that. And I'm in there every day. So you know, we're trying to provide more services and still keep it reasonable to live.
Yeah. Well, Raphael Marty says, Councilman Spinelli, I didn't recognize you with the disco ball fundraiser until I was heading out the door. You do great things that many people may not be aware of. Your humility is a testament to your dedication to the community. So another nice comment.
Thank you, Raphael. I appreciate it.
That's it. Anyway, go see Josie. Happy birthday, Josie.
All right.
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
See you soon, and have a good night.
All right. You do the same,
Okay,
Jim.
thank you.
Stay healthy.
You too. Take care. We'll be back with Fatih, one of my favorite people. Fatih Kankel is going to be here. He is the man that is running the Millville Queen Diner, but they switched today. So he's in Vineland. I said, come on over and talk to us for a little bit. We got some things we're going to talk about with Fatih right after these messages.
I'm Brian Lankin, third generation business owner. Al Shoes, been at the same location since 1961, our 61st year. We specialize in work boots, work shoes, orthopedic shoes, baby walking shoes, and school shoes. We go up to a men's 17 and a woman's 13. It's $5 off 25 and 10 off 100 if you mention that you've seen this.
Have you ever wanted to make the big money? Have you ever wanted to drive the big construction equipment? Here's your chance to go to school, learn the big machines, and start a new career. MCITC is a heavy equipment operator training school that offers you the opportunity to learn to use the big machines and start earning the big benefits. Don't hesitate. Call today 856-825-6655. That's 856-825-6655. Or visit our website at mcitcnj.com.
More than a century ago, General Tire was born, right here in America. Since then, we've made a name for ourselves by making tires you can depend on. Tires built to handle any road this country can throw at them, and relied on by every kind of driver. So you know that no matter where life takes you, with General Tire, anywhere is possible.
Life puts a lot of demands on us. There's our jobs, those community and charity projects, our friends, and the demands of the family,
Happy birthday!
birthdays and homework, the upkeep and maintenance of our homes, cars, and possessions. Maybe it's time to really weigh out the things of greater importance, our relationship with God. Let us help you. New Life Church, Millville, New Jersey.
I chose.
It's time for Insight, an inside view of what's happening in South Jersey. Join your hosts Anthony Fanucci and Jim Quinn as QVC brings you Insight with Anthony and Jim.
Welcome back to our Insight Show. We are at the Queen Restaurant, Lincoln and Landis in Vineland, and I wanted to let Councilman Spinelli get going because it's his wife's birthday. And Fatih Kankel, who is my friend, and I enjoy seeing him in Millville all the time, and it's like I'm honored you're in Vineland today.
Yes, that's why they're here.
That's nice.
Yep.
So how long, Fatih, have you been involved with the Queen Restaurant? How many years?
13 years.
13 years.
Yep.
Now, did you go to Vineland High School too, like Yilmaz?
I finished the high school in my country, Turkey.
Okay, in Turkey.
Yeah.
And then what brought you over? The family?
Family, yeah.
Okay, so what is Yilmaz to you? Is it your cousin?
Yeah, he's my brother-in-law.
Oh, he's your brother-in-law. That's
Yes.
right. Yeah, I forgot. Yeah, that's true. And what's your wife's name?
My wife's name Sebat.
Saban.
Yeah, Kango. Yeah, she's server too. She does a waitressing job.
Is she in Millville?
Yeah, she's working there.
And so Mehmet is your father-in-law?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mehmet is my father-in-law.
Yeah, that's good. Well, I'll tell you what, I want to ask you a question. Why is the food so good at the Queen, in Millville, and here in Vineland? It's just great.
Because we do like same people for us to cook. Like we get the good quality stuff. Yeah, always keep clean, trying the best. You know.
Yeah, I guess that's the consistency is there, and your people stay with you, like your chefs and your servers and whatever.
They've been here 20 years for work us. 20 years. Yep.
So the Queen started in 1995, I believe.
Yeah, 1995.
You were still in elementary school. Right?
Yeah, and I'm just I was at school, Turkey. Yeah, finished. Yeah.
So why is it? It's interesting. I know Ozcan. You probably know Ozcan, right? From the Golden Pigeon.
Yeah.
And the family there. So they have 3 restaurants in Cumberland County. So 5 restaurants in Cumberland County that I know, and I know you guys very well. Then it's just amazing, and all Turkish run, and all delicious food. And it used to be years back that the restaurants in Cumberland County, as they were progressing, were Greek restaurants. The Neptune restaurant in Vineland.
I hear there was too. Yeah.
There was the Presidential Diner, Lefty Klikos. There were, and it's interesting. Now the only Greek restaurant left is the Olympia.
Yeah.
Which I was there the other night. That's one of my favorites, next to the Queen restaurant, the Queen Diner. And something that I wanted to talk about tonight, and you said you have this in Millville as well. The pricing is phenomenal. Folks, it's right here, and at the Queen Diner too. I mean, right here in Vineland, you can choose 2 meals for $25.
Yes.
I mean, we're talking salad or soup.
Yes.
Entree
and
a
dessert.
vegetable. Right, and dessert. Yeah, you really can. And that's $25 for 2. So it's $12.50 per meal, and they include chicken parm, Italian-style meatloaf, homemade lasagna, eggplant parm, grilled marinated chicken, baked stuffed shell parmesan, sautéed calf's liver, sautéed chicken scampi, my favorite, roast turkey, spaghetti with meatballs. All of those come for 2 for $25, and if you're by yourself, it's $13.99. And in Millville, you have the $14 meals, right?
Yeah,
as well.
we have 25. I mean, 28. Yep, and then $15 too.
Which is fantastic. I mean, and then this is every day, and you can do takeout if you'd like. Now here in Vineland, I have to tell you that you can get the wine. They have Cedar Rose wine, great big selection over in one corner. It's fabulous. So if you'd like to have a bottle of wine, you can just come here. Hey, try the Wakefield. That is fabulous. The Wakefield wine's my favorite.
Enjoy the meal. Yes.
Yes, you can. Right.
Yep.
And this is so beautiful. I mean, did you do these paintings? You know who did the paintings?
His name,
Okay, so there was a man who did.
Yeah, he did. Yeah,
well, in fact, speaking of this, tomorrow night. I think it's tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Yilmaz is going to be on with me in Millville. He's going to come to the Millville studio, and we're going to do a show talking about the Queen Diner and the Queen Restaurant. And as we talked about, the Queen Diner opened in 1995 in the Med. And I know Yilmaz was going to Vineland High School. I guess he moved over.
Yeah, he finished up the high school Vineland.
Right. Yep. And I'm sure one of the things that I admire about you and Yilmaz and all of the people that work here is your work ethic. You put a lot of hours in, don't you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. And now let's talk about hours. What hours is the Queen Restaurant open?
Opens 6 a.m. to 11 p.m.
You're open that late now?
Yeah.
since COVID. Of course, before COVID, it was 24 hours a day.
24 hours,
I used to
before.
see a lot,
Yeah.
2 in the morning.
2 in the morning, yep. Other manager.
Super. Well, you know, one of the pet peeve I have with some of the restaurants,
Yeah.
because I'm a night owl, they close at 8 o'clock. It's like, are you kidding me? So a lot of those, I know I can come here. This is open till 10 here?
Here, 10 o'clock, yes.
6 a.m. to 10.
Yep.
You're 6 a.m. to 11 at night.
11 level time, yep.
Which is really good.
Yeah, we just get people getting late night.
Yeah.
People getting stuff by.
Yeah, that is very, very nice. And you have I'll tell you what, you got great servers here, but you also have some great servers in building as well.
Yeah, trying best, yeah.
Really do. I mean, they're very courteous, very catered. And a lot of times when I go to see you, I get takeout because I don't have anybody to sit with, so I'd rather go home and eat by myself than just sit at a table by myself, you know. So and I don't want to take away from your time. But you're so good at getting that takeout ready for me.
Yeah.
It's like fabulous.
Always busy, yeah.
Yeah, of course, as soon as he sees the phone call, they jump in.
Yeah, I remember most of the people, you know, get the voice.
Yeah, that's true.
I used to.
What is really nice, ladies and gentlemen, and think about this for a minute, the Queen Restaurant and Queen Diner offer a special. It's the 10% off special.
Yeah,
and
VIP
tell
card.
everybody that's your VIP card.
Yes, we just sell them the VIP card.
And how much is the VIP card?
Right now, you know, we do upgrade $20.
Okay.
Yeah, anytime stop by, you know, you can use.
And it's good for a year.
Good to 1 year old.
Yeah, because I see one side it talks about.
Yep, 1 year good.
So you have it for a year. So think about this, folks. If you're going in, it's $20 for the entire year.
Yeah.
So if you go in and you say you spend $40 for your 2 meals, which could be with beverage and all that stuff. So then you're automatically getting $4 off of that. So once you have, like you and your spouse, or whoever you're going in, once you have 5, you've already paid the card off there.
Yep.
And then on, it's 10% off all the time, which is really nice. You guys have always been kind about that too, even for important people. I've seen where you've been courteous.
Like family, people.
That's true. Yeah. Well, that's the truth. But you know what? To your credit, you have such a great personality. I feel like you're a son. You know, you've always been, and always. The nice part is Fatih is very friendly, happy person. I don't know if you've ever had a bad day, but you don't show it. But you're always smiling.
I'm trying the best.
This is one of the nicest men you'll ever meet. And of course, you hang out most of the time in Millville, and I go to Millville for the takeouts, and occasionally I'll come and sit down with you in Millville. But then I come here for the dinners, sometimes in the evening. So I try to split my time between the 2 restaurants. You know, I'll tell you, folks, I've had hundreds of meals over the years, especially in the Queen in Millville, because you were first.
Yes.
And then here, the last 3 years, I guess, this place.
Yeah, 2.5 years, man.
Yeah. The same thing here. I have never, ever had a bad meal. They're great. I mean, it's like amazing. Like turkey, it's like Thanksgiving. Here, now listen to this. You can get a person to come with you, 2 of you, come in, okay? Well, in fact, Paul Spinelli was my guest, and he had turkey. You can come in, 2 of you. You can order turkey and stuffing, and a vegetable. I get broccoli. Good healthy vegetables. That's lovely. Thank you guys for having the healthy vegetables. A lot of restaurants you go to, we got pickled beets, coleslaw, applesauce.
Just regular.
No green vegetables.
Yeah.
And you know what I love too? I had time. Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts are great.
Every Wednesday we do
we do broccoli, Brussels sprouts. I've had green beans. I mean, they are the true vegetables. And if you read recently, folks, about health, they are the healthiest vegetables for you. And dark green lettuce is good for you. They have a great salad, and then even on top of that, you can get pudding or dessert. Dessert.
That's a lot of choice.
It is. I mean, think about this. I can come in now and I can sit down like Paul did. If I had ordered the turkey with him, I got a mini meal, which I get with
mini meal 10.
The commander.
Yeah.
But I mean, when you think about it, ladies and gentlemen, you really want to save money and you want a delicious dinner for 2 of you. Come on in and 2 for $25, and you get turkey and stuffing. You pick any vegetable you want to go with it. You can have whatever you'd like. You get a salad or you get soup, whichever you prefer, and you get dessert. All of that for $25 for 2. It's $12.50 per person.
Yeah.
And in fact, my cousin George Castellini and his wife Kim were in recently, and he was telling me how fantastic the food was and how great everything is here. And the consistency, like you said, I mean, you get good food, good chefs. You know what I mean? I've had hundreds of meals living alone. I've had hundreds of meals thanks to you guys. I don't know how to do some nights without you. But it's like, I never, ever, and this is the truth, folks, I never had a bad meal. Never.
Thank you.
Yeah, and I'm sure if you ever do, you just go tell Fatih or Yilmaz, and they'll make good on it. But I've never had that. I mean, it's just wonderful. It really is. This is a funny story. I came in one time. I can't eat pasta because I've had this weight loss surgery. So I came in and I had my own vegetable pasta. So it worked out really neat. I brought a bag of the pasta. They microwaved it for me for 4 minutes. Put that out, and I got the meatballs and the pasta. So I was able to have my own pasta and have the meatballs. And I had the salad, and I had the dessert, and all that stuff. And it's just fantastic. It really is.
Enjoy the meal after, right?
Yeah. Well, and you know what? You have such a nice personality. You really like people.
Yeah.
You really do.
Yeah. I have. Yeah.
And to be in this business.
Yes.
I mean, now you're 6 to 11. Is the other Fatih, number 2, is he still with it?
Yeah.
Does he do mornings?
He does the morning. Yeah.
That's why I never
see him. I do the afternoon.
That's why I like you. Yeah. You're in the afternoon, man. I'm not a morning person. I don't do breakfast. Yeah. So, what is the busiest field for you guys?
Busy time?
Busiest, I guess would be.
Always weekend more busy.
On the weekends?
On the weekend.
Mornings for breakfast?
Morning, breakfast, lunch. Lunch, we just lot to do the dinner time, take out to right now. You know.
Now, how about Grubhub and DoorDash?
Oh, we have Grubhub, DoorDash, Uber Eats.
What's the other one?
Uber Eats.
Oh,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, online order. Yeah. So just keep busy, you know, like always ring.
Yeah.
We gotta try to reach.
Yeah. That's nice. And every time I go in, somebody's coming to pick up the delivery to take it from Uber Eats or DoorDash or whatever, which is nice.
Turn call. Yeah.
And 3270900.
Yep.
See, I got it memorized.
Yeah, you got it.
3270900.
Yep.
And my
0900. Yep. 0900. Yep.
0900. Yep. And Fatih says, "Hey, Jim Quinn, how can I help you?"
Yeah.
Right? He's always helping.
Yeah. I got most of the customer, you know, get a voice, you know, who was it?
Well, and you know what's nice, you have a really loyal base too of people that come in that love seeing you and the servers and everybody. It's nice to see them in as well.
Thank you.
Makes it nice. So I'm really impressed. You open 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. now.
Yeah.
That's good, because all these darn places that close at 10 or at 8, it's like, how can you close at 8 o'clock? I don't get off the air till 7 o'clock. And I'm not going to be able to make it there. But I can come here and I can go to you. That is good. I mean, I just saw recently, I don't know if people saw this, but the Denny's closed.
Yeah, Denny's one closed, yep.
So it must have pushed up your business.
Yeah, we got the business a lot too.
Yeah, well, really, when you think about it, you're the only Millville restaurant that's open those hours. I mean, and have everything. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner anytime, right?
Yep.
There's a lot of friends
anytime,
like breakfast late, for like 10 o'clock or 8 o'clock or something like that. And that's what's nice too. It's not like, well, it's 11 o'clock, you can't have breakfast. Yeah, you can. You can have it right up to you close. It's amazing. All the great products and all the great food. I had an uncle, Bill Felmy, and my Uncle Bill was in his 90s, early 90s. He loved, which I do too, like one of my very favorite things is broiled flounder stuff with rabbit. You know that.
Yeah.
I get the mini meal portion because I can't eat one.
Yep.
But my God, that is so delicious. And he loved that. He used to get that every week until he passed away. He just loved that food. So, I mean, that's saying something, because usually if you're a diner, come on. No. This is a diner restaurant. It has very good food and, at both places, and good chefs, good people. Yeah. And nicer people you'll never find than this man.
Yep.
And Yilmaz is pretty close
with you too. We try and best teamwork.
Yep. Oh, you do. Yeah.
All.
Yep. Great. Now, why is he in Millville tonight? You're in Vineland.
Yeah.
Meeting him.
He got to be meeting some. Yeah. A couple people see him.
Yeah. Well, anyway, tomorrow night he's going to be on the whole show with me. We're going to talk about the Angle family, talk about all the good things that they have to offer, and the service you provide to Vineland and Millville and the whole Cumberland County community. It's quite a nice service. Yeah. Lottie, thank you for coming in. I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Thank you, Chip.
Good work, and I'll see you in Millville next week.
See you in Millville. Yep. Thank you.
Thank you for being with us tonight, folks. On Insight, our special guest was Paul Spinelli. And of course, we had the honor of having Lottie Campbell here with us, who is the manager of the Millville Queen Diner. Tomorrow night, it's going to be his buddy, Yilmaz. Yilmaz and I will be doing a show about the Queen Diner, the Queen Restaurant, and we're going to talk a little bit about Turkey, what it's like in Turkey. He was there just recently, and why the Turkish people are so nice. Everybody I know from Turkey is like this guy. They're nice people. And throughout the other restaurants in Cumberland County, there's a lot of really nice Turkish people around them as well. So for Ryan Narowski, our producer, I'm Jim Quinn. Thank you for joining us. We'll see you again tomorrow night at 6 o'clock on Channel 22, QBC TV, Facebook page, and the YouTube channel from Millville. Take care. Good night.
This has been a QBC television production, in association with our partners and sponsors. QBC broadcasts on Comcast Cable Channel 22, and live streams its programming on Facebook and YouTube. All rights reserved by Quinn Media and QBC, programming that serves the South Jersey market.